Can I pull it back a little?
You can pull it wherever you want it to be.
All right.
Actually, here. I'm going to get you sorted out.
Oh, what? Check you out. You got it going on.
What'd you
Ollie.
think? What'd you think? It was just going to be like some audio
I mean,
shit.
I didn't know. I was just going to go with the flow with whatever you had.
You're doing good. Hold on. Make sure it's also, yeah, so you just talk directly into the center of
Directly in the
Need it
center.
higher up for you?
No, here, I'm going to put this down so I don't break your equipment.
Yeah.
I'll electrocute us.
No, you're all good. Oh, that's for you.
What?
So each of my guests, they get because I'm a graphic designer, so I make art every month, and that art pertains to whatever theme I'm doing.
Yeah?
So like, because I donate to charity at the end of the month. Is that mic good for you right there?
I'm digging it.
All right, for sure. All right, you're good to go.
Just keep going.
Yeah, so I do, I make art every month pertaining to, I'll give you the background story. I was just about 6 months ago. Do you remember when I was at Ryan's? I had no idea what I was going to do. I was like, dude, should I do comedy? Like, what the fuck do I do?
We had a good talk.
We did have a good talk.
It was like an hour. Everyone was karaokeing, and we were having like live
and
talk.
and they were like karaoke, and I was like, fuck that, like over my dead body.
Yeah, and I
shout out Rojas family. But I'm excited for this coffee. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's important in that conversation was that I was like, yo, man. First of all, I think that I appreciated that you were doing something with, I don't know, you had the nerve to do something outside the box, like acting, you know, and I always appreciate that about you. And I was a little jealous, not jealous, like jealous because I knew that I should be applying myself somewhere, like the same way maybe you're applying yourself, instead of like just working a job 9 to 5, watching the years go by.
Yeah.
You know? And so I came to you and I was like, hey, I've always done my best to make people laugh. What do you think about me doing comedy? And you were just like, do it. I thought about it, and there's comedians out there. First of all, we'll talk about this, but that's not easy. You don't like walk in front of a microphone and tell jokes. It's different being funny in conversation.
Yeah.
And it's different writing down 5 minutes material, crafting it, which you can do, which I could have done, but I wasn't passionate about it, and it's so scarce in the comedy world. Like the work out there is kind of scarce, so I figure something else out for myself. I wanted to do something that was along the lines where I could just be a personality, donate to charity, but at the same time, I built this computer. I love building computers and shit. And yeah, dude.
Is that the modem?
Is that a modem? What
is this? Do people still have this?
Okay, are you talking about this?
No. What is this glass box?
This glass box is the actual computer.
Whoa.
I just have it up on the table because desk collects on the ground.
Yeah.
And dirt and stuff.
And you built that?
I built it. I didn't mold the plastic and fuse it to metal.
I'm just trying to see where the crafts.
Yeah. So essentially, all computers basically have the same anatomy.
Yeah.
And I picked whatever 20 parts goes into a computer, and I screwed them in and plugged them in and made sure they're all compatible. It sounds way more Dexter's Laboratory than it is. It's really like spend a fuck ton of money on Amazon. Sweat your balls off while you fucking are acting like you know what you're doing with a screwdriver. Make every mistake in the book, and somehow your computer turns on. This is
kind of meta, because I wonder if that's whatever God is to you. I wonder if God's just being human's pretty much all the same. You just spend a lot of money, spend a lot of time, see what works, see what doesn't.
Maybe I'm onto a bigger philosophy.
Are you on a bigger philosophy?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the world is just a fucking...
all the same parts.
Yeah.
See what works.
So, check this shit out. Wasn't she in election night?
Who's that?
Oh, dude, yeah. So people can tune in to this and comment.
Yeah, I was.
Live chat.
Wow.
You were in election night?
I was in election night with, Perry Gilpin.
Yo, the sickest thing that's ever happened on this stream is when I had Caitlin Zambito on and someone recognized her and was like, wasn't she on election night?
That's crazy.
That is so crazy, yo.
Thanks for watching.
Yo, Stanch Carrot's cool. Is kid from Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
kids from all
Hey,
over.
Ohio?
So,
Wow.
so I'm gonna do 3 more minutes talking about me, and then I'm gonna fucking ask you
I
every
like-
question.
I love to listen. So keep going.
No, that's not what this is about, because it's not everybody out there is overhearing my fucking story for sure. So, I wanted to do something like this. Is seriously, long story short, this is a blended result of me with a graphic design degree, a personality, not a very crafted one at a time. Like now I make an effort to expand my vocabulary.
Right.
I was a terrible listener. Didn't even upload my first couple interviews because
Really?
it's just me berating the conversation. It's fucking awful. But they're important. You know, you got to have those. And yeah, dude, this is just me fucking taking all of those things I want to do, blending it. And now I have a stream with radical guests on like you. For every follower on the Twitch channel, I donate $1 out of my own money towards a different charity every month.
I love that.
And I make art based on whatever charity I'm doing for the month. This month is mental health awareness.
Ooh.
And I'm donating to Mental Health America of Los Angeles. But all of my themes, see up there, see how up in the top right corner of the screen, you see how that
right.
it pertains to the art piece. I build art and like a layout based on whatever I'm doing for that month. So it's like I kind of like flex all of my skills at the same time. I fucking love doing it. I get to have people over. I love being a host. I'm a homebody, and it's honestly, I could do this and just barely survive, and I'd be fucking stoked.
Yeah, I
So
love
yeah,
that.
so yeah, this is it, dude. I found myself out of that fucking hole, which is
I fucking love that.
yeah,
Which is great. I feel like you have to be in the hole though to figure out what you really want to do.
yeah. The hole is it's a meaningful place, right?
It is. Yeah.
Symbolic. You learn a lot about yourself in the hole.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple times we go to the hole, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, hopefully
I
everyone's
hope.
like us.
Yeah, I think that you're supposed to go to the hole once every 10 years because it's like, you know, you have like, well, your 20s. Well, they're just called different things, right? Like when you're in your 20s, it's like you kind of have 30-year-old syndrome where you're trying to act like you got everything figured out.
Right.
I was having a discussion the other day and I realized like in my attempt to do the best, most mature thing possible, I was being just so stupid. You know, I still make, no matter how bad you want to be like a 30-year-old, like I'm still so 28. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I still am about 700 days behind being 30. Like some of my decisions from time to time, and they get better, you know, they're better than they were at 25. But I remember just last week, I thought I had it all fucking figured out.
I think, right? Yeah. I think every day I'm like trying to figure it, breaking your equipment. I'm trying to figure it out every day, you know? Like you think you have it figured out and then something manifests in a different way.
But you kind of got to figure it out, man. Like your path is set.
I mean, I know where I want to go and like what I want to do.
I like your vibe, dude.
Thank you.
That's the Zambito like look, dude. And every press picture of you, got the hat and the matching shoes, and that's your vibe.
I didn't plan the matching shoes. No, the hat's to cover the crazy hair day going on.
I got a beanie on to do that.
See, yeah. So it's not so it works fashion wise, but it's just to cover up the mess.
For sure, and you're an actress, so you kind of get to do those kind of things. You know?
Guess, yeah, it works out. Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to talk to you about this right now. First of all, thank you so much for coming and doing this.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to have you here, and I mean that because all of us at some point in our lives have watched a movie and have enjoyed the movie.
Right.
And even I will go to say, not all of us are willing to admit, but all of us have imagined us in the movie reading that line and making all the paper, all the big bucks,
right,
whatever comes along with that. But people don't recognize the fucking real grind.
Oh yeah.
And it's a real grind, isn't it?
It's every day. The trenches. It's trenches. You're in like trenches.
Really?
Yeah. It's yeah. Fuck. I mean, like even people that have like made it and are at like the top, like the next day, I forget who. There's a quote out there, like even when they win the Academy Award, the next day they have to go find a job.
Yeah.
So it's just
Really?
At every level, you're just looking for the next gig.
So you're never safe.
No, you're never safe.
Oh my goodness.
You're never safe. Yeah.
Dude, where do I get started? First of all, I want to talk about your journey, because I think that your journey growing up with you, you were always, I thought you'd end up being an athlete. You know, I thought that you'd play a lot of soccer in college or something. And then somewhere, I don't know. Do you consider yourself athletic?
I do, yeah. I feel like I could, definitely.
Yeah, for sure,
even
right?
if it's not super graceful, I feel like if you give me a couple hours, I can make it look, pick it up.
Were you ever in, like, drama?
No.
Really?
No, I mean, does family count?
Yes.
Okay.
It fucking does, man.
Yeah. No, I was never even interested in it. I never even thought about it.
It sounds so cheesy, but... Well, drama is definitely something, and nothing trains you for being on a stage like being on a stage, I guess. You can't fake that, right?
No.
But theatrics is kind of a lifestyle. It sounds so corny, but like there's theatrical people who aren't actors but almost live their lives every day like they're acting.
Right.
You know? So I guess like, when did you decide? I guess we should just start from the beginning, huh?
Okay.
Now that I know and it's proven that you're a renowned actor.
Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy.
No.
Am I fucking actress? I'm sorry.
Either way.
Is it an umbrella term?
I mean, I feel like
you gotta be careful with that shit, 2019.
You do. I don't know what the politically correct way would be, but like I feel
Let's go with
I
actress.
identify as actor.
I'm sorry, everybody. I meant actress.
Actress.
Oh, what's the second? It's an older movie, 2014.
Yeah.
Wait, election night. I just fucking heard.
It's a short.
Yeah, about. Wait, was I might have been reading something on you. How does he know? This is fucking tripping me out. I forgot. I just today. It's about it's like a teenage girl who comes out to her parents the night they're both running for office.
Right. It's a plot twist. Yeah.
Oh, did I just spoil it?
No.
Spoiler alert.
That's not even a spoiler. I don't even think that would be. That's one of the spoilers. But it's I think everyone thinks the dad's running for it, and then you find out at the end it's the mom who's running as a senator.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's not. So it was not the dad.
No.
Did you just spoiler alert?
I might have.
That was kind of rude. Well, now you
should go.
No, you can't. You got to tell. It's a hard sell to tell people to go see your work if you tell them how it ends.
It's been out for a couple years, so it's like, am I spoiling?
Oh no, then fuck no. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. That's crazy. He knows. Is it on Netflix?
It's on iTunes, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you see it, Stanch? If you're still there. By the way, what up?
Hi.
So people pop up. This is Caitlin. See how we have your logo too?
I do.
Yeah, we're fucking real about this.
We're
doing it.
We're doing it.
Thank you for the coffee. It's black.
Is it cool enough? It is black.
I love black coffee.
Nilofer told me. Shout out to Nilo.
Nilofer told you that I love black coffee?
I was like, should I get him tea or coffee? And she said black coffee.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Nilofer was so fun.
She's great.
She's always great.
I love her.
She's so bubbly and sweet. Yeah. She's so fun. Okay. Tell me the artistic journey.
The artistic journey.
Being an actress.
Like when I decided.
Yeah, tell me when you decided that. Like, was there even we could even talk about like when you first started hinting to your friends, like, I think maybe I should just like go be an actress, right guys?
I think that's probably the hardest thing to talk about to friends and family, because they're always the first to maybe shoot it down.
Yes.
Which I think they're just looking out for you because they know how hard it is.
Yes.
In anything that's unknown.
Yeah.
But I remember watching like $1 Million Baby with Hilary Swank. And 13 with like Evan Rachel Wood.
Yeah.
And like that feeling they gave me, like just rip you up. And you're like, wow, like I wanna make people feel that. Like I wanna be a channel breaking your shit.
No, you're not, dude. It's fucking it's supposed to do that kind
really
of shit.
Strong though, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks.
I wanted to be like a channel to like, you know, have like touch that like, I don't even know what to call it, that like etherealness that, or like that magic that we don't know but we feel like it's there.
Okay.
In art.
Yeah.
If I could just kind of like be a channel to whatever that is.
Dimension is,
you
right.
know? But I was like, oh no, like I wouldn't even know where to begin. But then I was taking an acting class at SMC just to face that fear, because it scared me. Like the biggest fear would be like to act in front of people. Like talking is scary. Like now I hate talking in front of people, and I'd rather act in front of people. So
move
like
that mic up just a little bit closer to your face, just a little.
It switched.
There you go.
So I took an acting class, and I loved it. Like time didn't exist. I like wanted to be there early. I was like so excited to work on the scripts, and just like it was really, really fun. And then my grandmother, who raised my sisters and I with my mom, because my father was not in the picture, thank God though, and she had passed, and that like destroyed me. That put me in like the black hole really for a long time, because she raised me from like the time I was like, I've lived with her for 8 years, just me and her. So when she passed, I was in that hole, and I was like a pretty well-rounded student. I got, you know, good grades. I dropped out of every single class I was taking. I didn't care about finals. I like threw my hands up, and the only thing I went to was acting. So like I wouldn't get up for anything, but I would shower and I would go to my acting class. And then it finally clicked. I'm like, oh, like this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And then I just never looked back. Not to say I didn't know it was going to be hard. I just was like.
You signed up.
I signed up.
Yeah, you signed up.
Yeah, because I mean, my grandma like worried all the time and like stressed and bills, and just we didn't have like we never had it easy. And I'm like, oh, that's always going to be there. Like every human's going to be worrying about something. We're always going to feel like we're not enough. We're going to have that thing.
That weight.
But like we're going to die too.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be doing something that didn't light me up.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you were able to have a perspective on how important every minute was in your life, maybe before some of us.
Right.
Because, I don't know, I definitely didn't have that. I mean, it's a gift. It's a gift to be able to recognize how precious time is, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have sat around, and everybody watching knows I've sat around and I fucked off for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like kind of known for fucking off. It's like my identity. So you kept going to your acting classes.
Yeah.
And at this point, you didn't really care what people thought, it seems like.
No, I cared so much.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Huh.
Yeah. That was hard. It was really hard to admit it to some friends that I wanted to do it. And here's the thing, my friends were really supportive. And my mom was really supportive. My sisters are, but I still think deep down they're probably like freak out for me.
Right.
But there were some people just growing up with that got word or would hear me talk about it, and they were like really harsh. Like I have vivid conversations like remembering that and like just using that to like fuel me, like fuck you.
Really?
Kind of thing. Yeah. And not even like in a mean way, because now looking back I realize like, oh, like anytime we put someone down, or like anytime we tell them they can't do it, it's because we don't think we can do it.
Yeah.
So it's all just like a projection.
Right.
So now I have like an empathy towards them about it. But yeah, I definitely use it for fire, because there are a lot of people like, no, it's impossible. Like you have to start that when you're 7. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
As these people are getting ready to fucking work their polo shirt jobs and shit. Nothing wrong with that.
No. Yeah. But right. Like it's different for, like, I think
it's easy to sit on the fucking sidelines and talk about how stupid the game is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was scary.
That shit is scary.
Yeah.
I still get scared.
I do too. When people are like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, I'm an actress. Like, oh, what have I seen you in? Okay, cool. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Is there any annoying questions that you get as an actress? Like comedian, I guess it would be, say something funny.
Right.
And it's like, yo, dude, like.
Right. Probably like.
Let me have a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Probably, what have I seen you in? Because I get that to like people that aren't in the trenches, that would look like, oh, in order for you to actually be an actress, I've had to have seen you in something.
Or else you're just
Or else
kind
you're
of
not
just
an actress.
aspiring.
Right. But you know, like maybe it hasn't been super mainstream yet, but like I've been paid to be an actor. And to me, like that's part of that. And like I've been training, I've been doing it for 7-8 years now.
Yes.
So
damn.
that's one of them. And
7-8 years.
Yeah. And then the other one, I think I'm going on 7 years. The other one is what's next? And you're like, yeah, right? What's next?
Yeah, for sure. And is that
yeah.
hard? I keep fucking with this cameras because
No.
I can't figure out how I want to sit, but I think this is cool.
Sweet.
So what's next?
Yeah.
And you're like, and you don't know the answer to your question?
And sometimes you do know, and other times you're like, I don't know, like I gotta go look for a job. You know, I gotta go submit tomorrow, or I gotta go.
What do you mean submit?
You know, like you have agents and managers who submit you for work, or
Right.
like auditions, or like sometimes you get up there and you're looking for like plays, or you just whatever you can get your hands on to do what you love to do.
Right.
Yeah, auditioning and.
Do you digest cinema differently now?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine so,
yeah.
right?
Right.
And do you see the way people execute maybe their roles differently? And I don't know. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Ever since I've started doing this, I've taken notice to how people carry them. There's a group of individuals who I respect how they carry themselves in conversation, and I pick up on little cues. I notice Joe Rogan does something in his interview, and I'm going to butcher this, but when he does his podcast, he'll say the same thing twice, but definition the second time. So it'll be like, so you act all weekend, like you stand on a stage and perform in front of, and he says the same thing generally twice.
You sound like him, because I watch his stuff.
I love his stuff. I took a picture with him in Vegas 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking do this, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, I'm very studious when it comes to listening to people. I listen to people differently now, you know? And at first, you know, it's kind of a blessing and a curse, because I feel like when I was in 8th grade, it was so easy to talk to people, but now I'm kind of super hypersensitive on how much I'm talking, eye contact, because I'm trying to break everything down to a science.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that can get a little frustrating. But the reason why I was asking you if cinema is digested differently now, do you recognize how the lighting was done, how, you know, what the actor or actress is trying to attempt with whatever line they're reading? Does it happen? Is it harder for you to just sit in the chair and just quote unquote watch a movie now?
Yeah, I would say it's harder for me to sit and watch shows, like TV shows.
Do people watch TV shows like on cable?
Yeah, or like when I'm
really?
It's harder for me to watch. For film and cable or whatever they call it these days, streaming. Yeah, it is. Like if I it's kind of like knocking this thing. It's kind of like music. So if I hear something, it'll like hit me like, oh, I don't know, like was that genuine? Like was that authentic? Was that acted? So it's not so much of like, oh, what is I mean, sometimes I'm like,
what do you mean? Was it genuine? Like people
it's
like genuine acting?
Yeah, like it's like a voice thing. So if it's like, oh, is this person connected to their voice? And there's I mean, like my early work, I'm not very connected with my voice, and it sounds like put on.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
You have early work?
Yeah.
That you're not super fond of?
I mean, yeah. Don't we all have that?
Right now. I'm so lucky to have you. I almost put this off for 6 months though.
Oh, man. So it's like a musicality thing, or I love it when I don't see anything in a film and I could just enjoy it, and that's when you know it's really good, rather than like something awkward or like stiff, and you're like, oh, why are they? Something that takes you out of it.
Yeah.
Like a bad note. Like I'm sure when you go and listen to music and you're like, oh, they're good, but then you just heard something and was like, oh, that was
kind of weird. That all gets fixed now, though, you know?
Yeah.
Which I think is like in music. I think it's a little different because everything's like it almost seems like everything's perfected via
Right. But if
computer
you go, like,
generation.
live, yeah.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know. Fuck it. I forgot. It'll come back to me. No, it's okay. It's not your fault. My buddy Chase, he's a digital image technician. He was just on the other day, and I was asking him if there's anybody on set that will just rock the shit. And I don't think people understand that there are some actors out there, the people who make the big bucks, like Robert Downey Jr. He's that good at acting, huh? And that's a fucking... Do you think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he just like oozes naturalism, you know, like
oozes naturalism,
like
naturalism.
He's so authentic with what, you know, like it sounds like they're his lines.
Yeah, for sure, and they're not.
No.
So it's almost seems so. Iron Man seems. Have you seen any of those movies?
Not the new.
Are you familiar with the persona of Iron Man and how he carries himself?
Yeah.
Is that not how Robert Downey Jr. carries himself?
I mean, I haven't met him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
What
about, see, like, I want to know, like.
Right.
But I'm kind of afraid to watch interviews of people and being like, oh, that's fucking different, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
But don't we want that for actors? Like, we don't want actors to actually be the role that they're playing.
Yeah.
You know, like they're just doing a job and filling it, but doesn't mean like that's how they really are.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis, I think, has like a thick accent. And that's so weird because everything I've seen him in, he's played like, I don't know, like There Will Be Blood. And what's the other movie where he plays the butcher? Gangs of New York.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me address some of these comments real quick.
I'm going to try my tea.
Yeah. No, fucking get down with your bad self. All right. I was scrolling through iTunes or something one day, saw Election Night, was bored, watched it. It was pretty good. I thought I recognized her, and it says she's a very talented actress. It made me think it was her. But then I was looking through the cast and saw Caitlin, and dude, that better not be how you spell your name right now. Okay, it's not. That's on him. I was like, there was a movie about someone abusive husband dying after the wife blacks out. I forgot the title, but it has Jackson in it, which...
Oh, Jackson's Hole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's Jackson's Hole, son.
That's not out yet, though.
That's not out yet.
No.
No spoiler alerts. God damn it. Everybody take it easy. This is my buddy Steve. Steve, what up? And then Ryan Dietland. He goes by Ryan Brees now. Do you know Ryan Dietland?
It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, we went to school with him.
Yeah.
Yo, what up? Have you had a role where you had to use an accent? Oh, did she? I found a fucking little minute-long gem on YouTube today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
My
sick.
French one.
Yeah, your accent rips.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wait.
Thank you.
Yes. It
I
was
appreciate
really,
that.
really, really good. It was
appreciate that.
really good. And
Yes.
it was fucking trippy because I like how you don't even acknowledge my comment other than that. Then what up? LOL. She was talking about people being shitty or when I wrote that. I know. That's why I didn't want to hit it with the double time with the fuck them kids. He said fuck those kids who you told that you were going to be an actress.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Fuck those kids. We were all in agreement.
I agree with you.
Watching you perform. Is that performing? Yeah, perform. Yeah. Even though you're not like in front of an audience, in front of a camera, that's still a performance, right?
Right.
You were really, really, really good. But it was like a masterclass example or something?
Oh, yeah, it was like it was like, yes. It's hard to explain. Yeah. It's with one of the studio owners, and she does this thing where she like really breaks down your work. And we did a scene, and they picked ours to be on
headphones on, motherfucker.
Okay, what is that? What?
Yeah, dude. We're going to the Never Never. Not mine. Watch this shit.
Can I do it with a hat on?
You can. No, not that hat. I mean, it's a cool hat, but not that cool. All right, check this shit out.
Let's just watch that Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah.
No, dude, we're not doing that. Pulling this up. Check this out. Are you ready for this?
No.
Watch the screen. This is what everybody sees right now. Look at this. Make sure that this is hooked up. It is. You own this video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the screen.
How do you know
Oh.
so much about people?
Oh God.
You just have to study their faces. For example, here's Med.
I'm all uncomfortable now.
Don't be uncomfortable. You're really good in this.
Thank you.
But I want to talk to you about
Happy?
this.
Yeah.
Ooh, sometimes it is nothing.
Dude, nothing?
Yeah.
You're a pro. That was professional. I hardly recognize you behaving like this. It's fucking bananas.
In one way, while feeling another way.
Is this your homeboy or is this a stranger?
I like that.
I mean, we became good friends, but I didn't know him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing
You
this
have
to a
long
stranger?
blonde hair.
I mean, we worked on the scene, so
About
I knew him for like a
maybe-
couple weeks.
You smoke in non-smoking rooms. Yeah. And you bite sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. You did really well. I watched this 7 times today.
Thank you.
And sometimes you look very alone. Like you just got here.
Yeah. You don't know me at all.
Oh yeah.
And then this just a minute-long fucking thing.
Yeah, it was like to showcase our work.
Yeah, so we can pull up shit if you need me to pull up shit. And I wasn't going to do your reel.
We don't need to do the real.
We don't have to do the reel if you don't want
We don't
to.
have
But
to
I did
do
want to do that one because that's fucking next level. That's
Thank you.
that's advanced acting, isn't it? In an accent?
I mean, yeah.
Do you have a method?
Well, I use well, I love accents. It's one of my favorite things to do is just listen to how people speak.
Okay.
So I kind of have an ear for it. It's like a musicality.
Okay.
But then if I get a role or a part, like a couple months ago, I had to do a 1-act live where I had to like talk from like I was from Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So and she had to be like really loud and obnoxious. So I wanted to perfect it. So I worked with an acting or accent coach just to perfect the little to make it sound natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking legit, man.
Thank you.
Are you proud of that?
It's weird. I'm
How
just
come everybody on Instagram and shit can post pictures of themselves with their new haircuts and shit, but you can't feel fucking like...
right. I know.
How come you don't have new haircut mentality about your fucking... your straight up method?
Is it?
Method? Yes, it's legit.
No,
you need to be...
Yeah, but I guess isn't every art like... And
I love that. I
every
love
art
that about
form-
you, but... Yeah, I guess there's 2 ways to go about it. There's like 2 philosophies, right? There's... I guess that you're so comfortable with yourself that you don't need to share that kind of shit because you think your work speaks for itself, maybe?
I guess I just kind of do it and like don't want to think about it. Like I just
Really?
let it go, maybe.
That's fucking sick. You have the post and put away mentality. You're able to just kind of get shit done and then continue on with your life.
Well, yes and no.
That kind of goes against what everybody's doing right now with this kind of... I don't know. I feel like everybody needs gratitude everybody needs recognition
Right.
every minute of the day right now.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of interesting. You as an actress...
Well, I think I'd be lying if I said I don't appreciate. I mean, like
Well, I think everybody does.
everyone does. Everyone likes the validation, right?
Right.
Everyone likes like the compliments, but that's not why I do it. If I did acting for that, I would never do acting because you don't get anyone out there who's thinking about doing music or acting or even like what you're doing right now. You're gonna get rejected and like criticized more than complimented.
All day.
All day. So like
All day.
if you're doing it for that reason, your heart is gonna be broken like all the time.
Oh, there's already 10 times in this interview that I've
Yeah.
been like, you're an idiot.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
why did you say that? You're
No.
stupid. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
You
so
got to learn to... And how much... Do you watch a lot of Joe Rogan?
I do.
I watch a lot of Joe Rogan. And,
yes.
and he talks about eating dicks on stage and
Oh.
how important, quote unquote, he's speaking, not physically eating dicks, but
Right.
symbolically eating dicks as a metaphor for just sometimes you got to get up on stage and suck fucking ass.
Right.
You know, and those times you suck fucking ass, it sucks so bad. You're like, you're either like, I'm gonna fix this, or fuck this.
Right.
You know?
And you go into a hole.
Yeah, you go into a hole, man.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. That's the thing about like you being in front of a camera that's got depth of field and coloring to it and shit. I mean, it's already so legit. You could have said gibberish and it would have been like, dude, Kaylin's like doing something big time right now. All right, we got to address some comments because some people, if you could show a stranger a piece of your work for the first time, what would it be? I want to check something out.
Probably Election Night. And I did an indie film, North Boulevard, where I had to cut my hair and wear like brown eye contacts. And that was
weird.
That was a cool film. Jackson's Hole, that's coming out.
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Dude, big screen?
Yeah, they're working on.
Dude, you're gonna be on the fucking big screen, dude. Are you kidding me?
It's indie, but
that's still fucking rad.
Yeah.
But not like ArcLight.
I mean, not like that. Not like Blockbuster.
But is that even legit? I mean, anymore? Like, are people still going to the movies?
I mean, I think so.
I think there's like a cult
of
people who go out to a movie, but that movie tends to be like the indie scene. Seems more
right.
You know, more tentative when it comes to going to the movies.
Yeah, but didn't like Marvel just break?
What was it like? They broke like Bill Gates' records, son.
Okay, so people are still
billion,
going.
Son.
They're coming out for like Marvel.
Yes.
Right.
I went out for like Marvel. I hate the movie theater.
Do you?
I hate it.
Yeah.
But I fucking.
What don't you like about it?
I would spend the night if one of my friends was in the movie for sure. I would camp out. I would dress like you. I would get that fucking hat and the maroon shoes, and I would stand in line for 2 days. What don't I like about it, man? Like, I mean, it's not this place. Like,
right.
I do everything, and I don't love it, but I do everything myself. Yesterday, I bought a road bike because I'm over driving to work.
I wanted to talk to you about this. I'm super excited for you, and I think it's really cool.
Well, whatever. It is what it is, man.
Have you ever thought of doing like the whole cross country, like biking from like northern, I
would for sure, 100%.
This was the coast. This was what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would 100%. Do you have a preferred genre? We'll do these comments and then I'll tell you all about road biking. Do you have a preferred genre, show, or movie you'd like to act in?
I love it all. I don't think I could single anything out.
Really?
Yeah, they're each interesting and like special in a different way. Like I think horror's been really cool lately. I think that would be interesting to do.
Horror's kind of. Wait, why does it seem like horror is first step? It seems like for horror movies they just kind of grab people.
No, I don't mean like I was thinking like something that scares me is like Hereditary and like
something with some depth.
Some depth and like going the full 10 yards.
Not slasher.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Yeah, college chick.
No, not like that.
Friends go out to the woods.
No.
They all start disappearing one by one.
Yeah, no, not that.
Yeah, no.
I love it all though.
For sure. What's your favorite genre to watch?
I'm really into
like the Academy Award fucking. Yeah.
I don't have a. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a specific.
Really?
No, lately I've really been into just like very natural stuff. Like I love like
YouTube.
No. Like
webcams.
Like French films are really supernatural, almost to the point where you feel like you're like a fly on the wall, just like listening to a family conversation, and it's not.
Oh.
Or like Transparent is really good at that.
Oh.
That very natural, and you just feel like you're in there with them, but that's like they've worked really hard to make it sound that authentic.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like the artsy fucking, well, not art, like Gaspar Noé. Noah. He has this movie, Enter the Void.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? You're an actress. Are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
It's okay. So I'm very imaginative. I've always been this way. I have dreams where I meet friends that don't exist. I live out a lifetime with them and wake up and I'm like upset in bed because I made friends that don't exist and spent like precious time with these friends. I'm a nutcase. I've always been a nutcase.
I get it.
I have dreams like this all the time. I have super heavy dreams where like people will come and convince me to jump off a building, and and then they'll walk me back through my life and me not being able to like touch anyone. And so it's fucking heavy.
Is
man.
it like a little lucid dreaming?
Kind of. I get to a point where like I'm like, fuck this, and I wake up. It's not always bad. Like I had a dream. Well, in order for a gravity to exist with me, it's got to be a little fucked up, right? Because happy dreams, I think, are just like, I think naturally I just kind of push a what if kind of thing. And I don't know why I do it, man. For example, man, when I was a kid, I used to every time, so Sonic the Hedgehog, the video game, he used to drown if you were in the water too long. And it was just like, and he'd fall out of the screen and say game over and you'd have to start again. I would bawl like I was at a friend's funeral every time Sonic would die. It was like, I've just always been like this.
You're a water sign.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm a Cancer.
I'm a Scorpio.
Okay, for sure.
We're emotional.
Yeah, I'm emotional as fuck.
It's amazing that I'm out here right now not crying because the play just ended Monday. And I've been an emotional wreck.
And what, you want to like, you're a Scorpio, so what does that mean? You want to like stay home and like write hate mail to like your haters from high school or what?
No. They say that water signs are just super emotional, like just really at the height.
I just
like
always
feel deeply.
I just always take it there.
That sounded so douchey.
No, take it there.
No, so feel deeply. Anyways,
feel deeply.
Yeah.
No, we understand. You're not like, I don't know. It's not unless you got like an anklet on that says like feel deeply or something. No, I totally get it, man. I get it. And honestly, it's one of the reasons why it was so easy for me to kind of stop smoking pot and stuff is because when I'd smoke pot, man, I'd rabbit hole myself a lot. And it would end up being like, I don't know. I experience these things naturally because I feel deeply naturally.
Yeah.
That I just kind of, I'd prefer to just be along for that ride, and feel the certain way I do about things that I naturally do.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird talking about yourself and your emotions, but yeah, I definitely am like.
Isn't that weird though that we feel weird about talking about emotions? Not to get like psychology at all. It's because I'm always afraid of like, oh, I don't want to be too much. Like I don't want to be too emotional. But they're so like, I mean, like we're human.
They're important.
They're important, and
well,
I
that's
feel
what
like
separates us from
you.
deer and shit, right?
Yeah, and I feel like they kind of navigate you to like your next steps, or
For
like
sure.
you're processing shit,
right?
Rather than like shoving it down.
Right. Well, I think we make all of our decisions based on either rationale or emotion. You know, our heart and our head.
Yeah.
That's like fighting with your heart and your head.
Yeah.
Hold on, we'll fucking hit this shit up. Damn, look at all of your fucking fans right now sitting in the fucking chat. Good to see everybody again. It's a fine hat. I love the movie theater.
Thank you.
The Haunting of Hill House is perfect. Dude.
Oh, yeah, no, that's great.
That was so good.
That was so good.
It was so good.
And there's a really brilliant actress that had... Oh, I don't want to... There's no spoilers.
Yeah.
There's a really brilliant actress on there, though, and she has a really, really tiny role. And as soon as she came on screen, I was like, how is she not one of the leads? Because she's so good.
Is she Broken Neck Girl?
No.
What?
She's one of the ghosts of the mansion.
Oh, okay.
Red hair.
Dude, when the second you get it, when you figure out what Broken Neck or Bent Neck Girl is,
yeah,
so good.
So good.
Loved
it. I binged that. I couldn't stop.
I binged the fuck out of that.
I watched it with my sister, and there's like those two really jump moments.
When they're in the car
yeah.
arguing.
I think my sister and I literally leapt off.
Literally pops up and goes.
I've never been so scared in my life.
I don't know if I get like.
Just jumped.
Yeah, jumps. Yeah, jump scare. What's the last movie you saw that like I feel unsafe watching this? Well, now that we're older, it doesn't happen a lot. Well, I guess it's what you take home from movies that fuck you up, right? Like I remember watching. So I went up. Hold on, we'll finish up with these fucking comments. Titanic is a very good movie. Titanic rips.
Yeah, no.
I saw it for the first time like 5 years ago.
What?
Oh my God, I was straight up moved.
Oh,
I was moved.
So good.
I was moved.
That's timeless.
Yeah.
I went to the 20-year anniversary of it with Rashad.
Really?
Yeah.
Rashad.
Yeah, and we watched it, and I forgot like when I get this isn't a spoiler because if you haven't watched Titanic, when it finally does sink and then it's just like that.
It sinks?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that giant like wide shot of the stars in the ocean and like everything's still.
So pretty.
Oh, chills.
Yeah, so pretty
It's
out
like
there.
chaos to like nothing.
I love like destruction. That like Brand New has a song about sinking to the bottom of the sea and like I love. I'm a fucking nutcase. Let's keep it moving. Leo is in the chat. Leo is in the motherfucking chat. Yo, Drew, love you. Hey, Kayla, that's Pat. Pat Olin, my
Hi,
brother.
Pat.
Yeah, what up, Pat? I
How's
love
it
you,
going,
son. Hey, cancers represent, dude. Word.
Who's the Cancer?
Ryan. I don't know. I call him Ryan Dealin, but it's Ryan Breeze.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
he's been going to school with us forever.
I know, I
Maybe
remember the
we
name.
might fuck around, pull up the yearbook on PDF, and we can fucking hit you guys with the fucking that. I've taken all blonde supermodels to my yacht already. I have no purpose in life anymore. That's why I'm here. You got a yacht, bro? That's fucking lit. Any horror is a note from me. Want to sleep for this year. See, it doesn't fuck with me like that. But you know what? I like... What's scary to me... Dude, so I got to tell you about this Jasper Noir movie. Jasper Noir... I'm saying his name wrong. Ryan Rojas. I'm fucking sorry. I love you. What the fuck? I didn't know that the boat sunk. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
So this movie is depicted through on the back of the fucking, so like a over the shoulder shot. And it follows this kid and he's in Japan. He's talking to his sister and you can tell like, and it's super like neon, like dark room, like really almost out of focus. And the conversations are really almost candid and soft spoken, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do this I'm going to explain this the best I can to you. And it turns out that, and you guys all have to watch this, it's called Enter the Void. And basically in the first 45 minutes, it's over the shoulder. It's these two American, boy and a girl, and brother and sister. And he's walking through Tokyo and to go sell DMT.
Oh.
And he smokes DMT and it goes into the back of his head and there's like a 5-minute visual representation of what it would be like to smoke DMT, which I thought was cool because I like it when cinema does things that you haven't seen before.
Right.
And he ends up going and selling this bag of DMT, and the cops like chase him, and it's over the shoulder, and it's like they chase him into the bathroom. He's trying to dump it all into the toilet, but he ends up getting shot. And the over the shoulder shot turns into a above the body shot, and it goes back into the body and floats above, and the rest of the movie is him dead as a ghost revisiting moments in his life through first person. Jesus. And it's filmed like him going through walls, super airy and up into the clouds, and there's no music the entire movie, and he floats back down through houses and watches families fight over shit he's done to people, and fly back, and then like goes into like flashbacks of why he's by himself with his sister. I'm not gonna spoil it, unlike Caitlin. And it's really heavy, and that shit scares me, you know. Giving like, because I think that some things, what scares me is somebody revealing the unknown. I like that there's unknown in life. Yeah. I guess this movie specifically, I like that when you die, whatever happens, it happens. I just kind of am a deal with it when I get there kind of guy, you know, and do the best I can on my way there. Yeah. And I'm not even fucking eating meat right now. And man, yeah, I'm a nutcase. Seriously psycho. I'm starting to feel for the animals. It's fucking weird, dude.
No, that's great.
Yeah, cancers represent, but it's fucking, I'm hungry, motherfucker. And yeah, it revealed that mystery, you know, it shed light on that mystery, and that like was scary to me. I don't get scared at like jump scares and shit, you know. What scares me is, you know, like I don't know.
I could relate to that.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to fucking explain it.
That's kind of what I felt like after. I haven't watched the season 2 of OA, but after the first season of OA, when she's going
that dance,
yeah.
that You know what I'm talking about?
But
gotta move
when
and they
she's like
dance.
having her near-death experiences, or like Westworld, playing with the whole idea of like simulation and all that, like
Yeah.
that scares me.
Oh, Ego, I love you. Thank you. So you subscribed to me. I'll tell you about it in a second. I love you, Ego. Thank you. 3 months. Woo. Keep it up, Olin. Love this shit. Keep the thoughts flowing. He just subscribed. People subscribe $5 a month
Nice.
to me. And that kind of, my channel makes like $40 a month.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Should we toast to that? Let's
Yeah, we
fucking
could toast.
to it.
We could toast to it. We'll see if we can get it
What
on
can we-
camera on the same. Wait. Oh, let's do it on your camera.
Okay, ready?
Wait, more on your camera.
All right. Look, is this a plug for Blue Butterfly? No. No.
Oh, no, Blue Butterfly represent, son. Yo, thank you for the subscription. You were
That's
telling
cool.
me about the OA.
Just like that. I get more fucked up from like
Yes.
the mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what
like,
you're talking about.
Like near-death experience, and then
Yes.
Westworld. Like they really mind fuck you there.
Do you cry in movies?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
have you seen a movie that made you cry?
Yeah, I think.
You
a
ever
lot
seen
of them-
artificial intelligence?
No.
Oh my
Did that
god.
mess you up?
I was fucked up, dude. I was fucked up. I'm not gonna go into it, but it's about Haley Joel Osment, and he's a fucking AI. He's one of like the first models of artificial children for people who like don't want to adopt, but they like, in order to get him to unconditionally love the family, you enter this code and it's irreversible. As soon as he does that, he
No.
will recognize that family as his family. There's no going back.
That's creepy.
So they do it, or the dad does it behind the mom's back or something, because like she thinks that it will just grow onto her or whatever, but they don't. The kid fucking hates it, and the parents or whatever, you know, like are trying to get rid of it because they think it's creepy now.
Yeah.
But this kid, Haley Joel Osment, is obsessed with his family, and he spends and they end up like leaving him on the side of the road somewhere. He's a robot, but he looks like Haley Joel Osment, and he spends the rest of the movie trying to find his fucking family, and he spends so long looking for them that it's like,
Sad.
well, it's in the future, and he gets to New York City, and New York City is sunk. It's like underwater, and I forget what happens, but he falls to the bottom of the ocean and falls in front of like this Wish person, this like at a carnival at Coney Island. He lands in front of this Wish machine, this like fake gypsy that you put a quarter in, and like big.
Okay.
And
I
he
just saw a
and he-
meme about this wish thing too.
and he's wishing over and over and over to be with his mom again, and it fades to black, and then the next scene is like frozen earth, and like a little UFO is coming down, and it's clearly way in the fucking future. All the fucking water has frozen, blah blah blah. They extract Haley Joel Osment from the thing, and he's frozen, but they get his chip from his head and manage to turn him on, and it's like Haley Joel Osment living in his head projection, and he kind of like, or no, Haley Joel Osment, the robot, opens his eyes and he sees all these aliens working with him, and it fades back to black. And the end of the movie, he's fucking like they're like, tell him, and the alien like goes into Haley Joel Osment's head as an angel, because it was his. They didn't know what to turn into, but they found a code encrypted in Haley Joel Osment's head where like he learned that angels are like bringers of good news and protection stuff. So one of the aliens goes inside of Haley Joel Osment's chip or whatever, and as an angel, and tells him that like, we have to shut off your chip because there's only energy enough for 4 hours, but we found code that you've always wanted to be with your mom. And he dies next to it, like his mom in his head. And I was like,
Done.
I was fucked up. And he's like back, because it's like a 3-hour long movie, and he spent, Haley Joel Osment is such a cute, sweet looking little boy.
Yeah.
It spends the whole movie trying to figure out why nobody fucking loves him, and he like never wanted it. He just was like, and he goes to a factory and sees like a ton of more Haley Joel Osments, and he doesn't get it.
Jesus.
And it was just, when he was finally with his mom in his own projection of what he's always wanted,
Yeah.
it was like, fuck, man. It was fucked up.
It sounds
I was like sobbing.
Yeah.
I was like, but that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So that shit fucks me
That
up.
sounds like, well, it's like Black Mirror. Every episode of
Black
Black Mirror
Mirror.
fucks me up. But
What
that,
is that?
okay, so I guess that would be a genre that I really love. It's just that stuff that really gets you thinking.
They're next level though.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm going to have an existential crisis tonight after watching that.
Yes.
I like that stuff.
Is there any episodes that like stand out to you?
Oh, all of, I think,
Yo, we're going fucking spoiler warning on fucking.
well, I won't, the dating app one blew me away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the ending where they like pan out and you realize they were inside. Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, don't. Come on.
Just
you guys watch some fucking Black Mirror for fuck's sake.
So like that one blew me away because I did not expect that. And then the one, I think that one, it won some award. It was where they were stuck in the 80s.
Oh, San Junipero
Yeah.
is one of my favorite fucking
I love
episodes
that one.
ever.
The ending, my mouth dropped when
Yeah.
they like pan out and
It
you
was
realize what
amazing.
it, and you're just like, holy fuck, is that us? Like, are we doing that right now?
Oh,
You know?
stop it.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, dating app one fucked me up.
Yeah.
What genre is Black Mirror? I would say it's like fucking, it's dark drama.
I know. Would you call it? It's a
It's
little
dark.
sci-fi though. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's sci-fi as fuck, but it's dark.
It's
Name
dark.
one. What's one happy episode?
There's not.
All of them are fucking crazy.
So I
Even
guess-
San Junipero, there's the
yeah.
car accident. That's like, the
yeah.
one where the fucking kids got to do all of like he is getting all the directions on what he's supposed to do from text
Oh.
messages, and at the end it turns out he's a fucking pedophile.
Yeah.
Dude, are you
Yeah.
fucking
That
kidding me,
one,
Black Mirror?
that one's dark.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's all dark.
It's
There's
all dark.
there's not the one where the pupil, or the Christmas one where he's like watching Christmas from like outside the window, and there's the kid, and it turns out like
It was his kid, right?
yeah, but he did something fucked up. He did something
Yeah.
fucked up to it.
If you there's Amazon has like kind of a spin off Black Mirror where it's called Electric Dreams, and every episode stands alone.
I started it. I don't remember any of it, but because
It's not as like well put together as Black Mirror, but there are some concepts where you're just like, after you watch it, you're just like, oh my God, is that like, you start to think like, is this what our life is?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about the episode Heavy Metal by Black Mirror, where it was
Which one's
like
it?
they were like trying to find food or a toy
Was
or
it the-
something. It was
the
in black
dog?
and white with the dogs.
No, okay, that one I to the creators of that one gave me anxiety the whole time, and there's no happy ending. Like, you can't
None of them
escape
are.
it.
You name one that's got a happy ending.
No, but like that one might be the worst because you cannot escape it. It's like, well, what's the point of this if there's no?
Those dogs are so fucked.
So yeah,
Fuck that.
you can't outrun them.
You can't do shit.
There was no like arc.
No,
No.
you can't do anything. Those
No.
dogs are fucking coming after you.
So I love that kind of shit.
Yeah, I love that kind of. Everybody loved that kind of shit.
Yeah.
We watch Game of Thrones.
No, and you know what? I
Don't.
know.
No,
Don't.
I mean, it is so. I mean, it's seriously.
I tried.
Do whatever you want to do. Do it. You're an adult. Do whatever you want to do.
I tried, but
I'm so opinionated about it.
Are you?
I've never been like this with anything, and I
I
hate.
feel a little left out because it is so trendy and everyone loves it.
What do you mean it's fucking trendy?
I mean-
It's not trendy, bro.
It's-
It's alternative, dog.
Okay.
They have fucking British accents and shit.
But I mean, like, everyone loves it and like everyone watches it, so I'm a little left out. And like our crew cast of The Wolves did a whole like when it came out, the first episode of the final season, and everyone was there, and it was like, let's go. And I'm like, sure. I just snacked. I didn't know anything that was going on.
We didn't even talk about the fucking wolves.
The Wolves.
Do you want to talk about the wolves?
I love that play.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, if you have any questions, I mean, this is
Let's
your
tell
thing.
everybody what the fucking wolves is.
The
First of
Wolves.
all, acting like it's not a big deal. You guys, huge success
It was-
in LA.
Yes.
Like
It's been
tremendous.
yeah, I mean it's blown up everywhere, but yeah, in LA it did really well.
So it was originated in
She wrote it in the writer Sarah wrote it in New York,
where it was up for a Pulitzer Prize.
up for a Pulitzer Prize.
Didn't win a Pulitzer Prize.
I think it was not. No, I don't think she
Who
won.
gives a fuck? We don't need those
Um,
Pulitzer prizes.
But it's the first play about it's about the first play, and I don't even think there's film out there. LA Times wrote an article where there's not even film out there, where it's about a women's sports team that doesn't revolve around like a breakup or a love interest. It's like really about the camaraderie of a team and then like a heartbreak. But we don't need to do spoiler alert for that one.
Well, how is anybody gonna see it though?
Well, because it can keep getting put up around the world.
Oh,
It's like a play. So
All right.
someone
So Straight Ego, that dude Straight Ego, he's in New Zealand.
it's going
so-
it's going international.
Really?
Yeah, we had a guy-
So if the Wolves comes up, the Wolves is Team Jacob. No. This
no,
ain't
no.
Twilight,
Way
bro.
better.
This is fucking way better,
Way
bro. This
better.
is sad, fucking Black Mirror level shit, dude.
Yeah.
It was pretty heavy, man.
Yeah,
You did,
thank you.
dude. You got. Okay, I got questions, and we're gonna talk
Yes.
about it without spoiling anything. But I'm gonna do my best, and whatever happens. Why? How come you did that with no accent? It didn't call for the character.
No, because she's from the United States.
She is.
Yeah, she just travels the world with her mom.
Okay, and she lives in a yurt.
She lives in a yurt. She's homeschooled.
I don't know how much I want to say because I think everybody should go see this.
I do too. Yeah.
Okay, and do you have a sentiment to this play? It means something to you.
Everything.
It means everything to you.
Yeah. Well, this is my
Don't-
first play.
Okay, so let's not fucking talk about it all. If anybody is out there and sees The Wolves coming to a theater near you, you got to get in that bitch and go see it.
You should. It's a great play. It's a great live theater experience.
Yeah, fuck. I've seen 2 plays. Well, I've been to like Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
I saw someone like Kenzie's mom gave us free tickets to. I couldn't even tell you what it was. It was. Do you watch plays? Are
Yeah.
you up on plays?
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, probably not as the.
Do you hang out with Ryan a lot? Because I feel like you and
Yeah.
Ryan should hang.
We do. We hang.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but yeah, we hang. We
You guys are
talk.
both like film.
He's more into the film than I am.
Yeah, but he could like watch you and fucking
Yeah.
critique. I keep an eye out for the Wolves end. Yeah, no, it's incredible.
No, yeah. Thank you for coming. That was great having you guys there.
Of course. Yeah, I am real about, supporting my friends, and especially, I don't know. It felt like because you were in it, I felt like, I don't know, like in some weird way, it was kind of my play too, because you're in it, and like I
Sweet.
know you super well. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get
I'm
that.
a Cancer. I can make connections to anything, bro, if
Yeah.
you give me enough time. No, it was incredible. I mean, the whole cast. You do you fall in love with the whole cast, by the end
Yeah.
of it, which is so powerful. You did it how many days?
We did 5 shows a week, so 5 days a week.
For how long?
We went up mid-March, so
The 22nd?
We did previews though,
Oh, okay.
so we had a whole week of previews.
And then it was supposed to go to like the 19th, right? Or the
This was
18th?
supposed to be the 22nd, but it sold out the whole run, so we got a 2-week extension because more people were trying to get in. So we did
No way.
We did a whole extra 13 or 14 shows.
And you guys did it in like some little.
Yeah.
Is that strategic? Like
the
having
theater.
it. Does the person who write it come and sees the theater and is like, yeah, this was gonna work?
No, so she writes it, and then
Or is it the director?
so it's the director, but she writes it, and then the writer has to approve the director. So our
Oh.
director loved the play, talked to the writer, she gets approved. Then they start the casting process and all that.
That play called for that type of venue so what we can do is talk about how like the vicinity in which it was performed was, I don't know, it was like, I don't know, is that like that's not what a traditional theater looks like to me. There was no stage. It was just kind of like
Oh,
seating.
right. Yeah, no, that's the way it was set up to make it feel more like you were at a game.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Oh.
does that make sense?
Strategic.
Yeah, so like the turf was the stage, but it wanted like that feel of the audience being more of like watching us do our warm up rather than
So there is like different seating for whatever play.
yeah, like
So
they
it's really
ripped
just
it-
a room, right?
It's just a room. I mean, as soon as we finished on Saturday, they had to tear everything down and set up for the next one coming in a couple weeks. And literally, you realize it's just the next show is going to be completely flipped and like the way the chairs are set up. It's just
different angle.
different angles, everything.
Oh wow.
So that one was specifically built for that show.
There's, well, it's hard to talk about it without talking about it, but the athletic skill is remarkable.
Thank you.
You guys have played some fucking soccer.
We did.
You guys had to do soccer practice.
Yeah, which was cool because there were only 3 of us that actually knew how to play, and the other girls learned how to play for the show.
You did pretty good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some athleticism. Like, you guys were working out.
We were.
Yeah.
We were sore after the first couple weeks.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did that play put you in better shape?
Yeah, I am more flexible now than I ever was as an athlete.
Really?
Yeah, because we
You
had
stretch every night.
I know. I'm addicted to it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do like yoga and shit now?
I do stuff on YouTube, like stretches and stuff on YouTube.
For sure.
Some yoga stuff. I kind of got into like Tai Chi a little bit.
Oh shit,
Which is
yo.
really, I thought I would be really bored because it's so slow. But then you realize how hard it is to be that contained and slow.
Are you serious? I've never done anything slow in my whole life.
It's-
Of course it's slow.
Yeah.
Or of course it's hard.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you, and you
Anyway.
don't do any, you've never been in like yoga class and shit?
I've done yoga class, yeah.
For sure.
I like it. But
Yeah. It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I don't like how yoga really relies on the teacher.
Right.
Like, so where I go to yoga, I'm so sorry if anybody watches this and knows where I go to yoga, but there's 3 different teachers and there's not really an assigned teacher. And depending on like who shows up, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to have this kind of night. Or like, you know, so my yoga experiences are really dependent on who's instructing. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I would like to do my own shit. Tai Chi. I'm a
Right.
Karate Kid fan. I feel like I could fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Tai Chi.
You should check it out.
So what is that? What exactly is Tai Chi?
I don't know well enough yet. I just
Damn,
doing the play,
you're
like
just
I
doing
started doing it 3 weeks ago just to calm me down and
Just
like
to calm you down?
get in like a space before going on. Like so I would show up and like do a routine and just connect. to the
Routine's
bo-
important.
Yeah.
Are you guys
so
all
important.
doing some weird shit to
So
yourselves?
fucking weird, yeah.
You guys are all doing some weird shit.
Some really weird shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just the warm up for your voice, the warm up for your face, the warm up for your body. If you walked in, you'd be like, "Are they on something?"
Really?
Yeah, actors are weird. We're weird.
Really?
Yeah. Well, musicians are too. Like doing warm ups and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
all performers.
I've only been in like punk bands and shit though, so there's not like a ton of warm up. Well,
Wait.
there's warm up. There's warm up, and it's like play a little bit. And I've only been a drummer, and then when I did sing for a band, I was like in a death metal band, and it's
So
screaming my
badass.
ass off.
That's weird.
I mean, I've always been weird.
Yeah.
I've always
weird's
been weird.
good.
Weird, I got.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was always just kind of like competent, like playing the drums. There's always better drummers than me. I just, there's things that you fall in love with and being in a band, and one of them is being on a team. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like, this is different because, if something sucks, it's like, yo, Olin, you fucking suck tonight, which is new to
Right.
me because before it was like, yo, you guys suck, you
Yeah.
know? And I've been in bands. I mean, I played the talent show when I was like in 7th grade,
I remember
dude.
that. Yeah. You were
Yeah.
great.
It was a long time ago. Yeah, I just, it's kind of always it was my identity,
Yeah.
and I've never been shy really, period.
No, I don't
you know?
remember you shy.
But I am like super shy, though. I just gamble on myself a lot. Like, I'm like, you got this, you fucking idiot. Go tell a joke, you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, I don't.
Like you put yourself out there.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. Like,
Yeah.
if nobody laughs at my shit, I'll go home and like think about that for fucking 7 years. You know? Yeah. So it's fucking movement based, good for balance. Oh, for sure. I think that's Tai Chi.
There you go. Thank you for answering that.
Fuck. So, now that the Wolves is finished,
I know.
are you like
What?
having a hard time like contacting the girls? Like, hey, just want to see what you're up to.
Yeah, I mean, we're all pretty a wreck over it. I mean, we were spending since February 3rd, even before that, because we were doing soccer practice in January. You spend like 30 to 40 hours with these women.
Right.
You see them more than like friends and family. Just like going on tour or like.
I never did that.
Oh, you never did that. Okay.
I did a weekend.
A weekend.
Again, I was in a punk band.
Got it.
It was
Okay.
different.
Different.
There's like some drugs involved, maybe some drinking,
Edgy.
a lot of drinking.
A lot of drinking.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of, it wasn't very. I have friends now. Those friends that I was in bands with are now in very serious situations in bands.
Okay.
John Lundeen.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Lundeen rips now.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
looks like he's doing great. Hi,
He's
John,
like
if
he's
you're out there.
coming on tomorrow.
Is he?
Yes.
Nice.
So sick.
Tell him I say hi.
I fucking am gonna. Are you kidding me? I
Yeah.
definitely will.
So
No.
I'm sure it's just like he probably feels it then all the time if he's on tour with people.
Yeah, he just did his he's crazy. He like records Travis Barker and shit now, but John's been doing what he does right now, which is like music production,
Yeah.
since high school. He like fucking was figuring it out.
Right. He's
So
been
this
on the
is just
grind.
what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only thing that's kind of a bummer about this is I wish I would have just fucking did this a long time ago.
But
You know?
what is time really?
I don't know, dude. And what the fuck? I can do this when I'm old.
Yeah. You found it now.
Yeah, well, what's important is I just wanted to fucking learn how to talk to people.
Yeah.
I spent so much time stoned that
I always thought you were so good at talking to people. though.
Really?
Yeah, that might just be in
you
your
know,
head.
I think that I was,
Yeah.
but behind these eyes, man, I was counting down the time where it was enough time for me to be like, okay, you did work. Fucking fake a bathroom break. Let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Like, and it was always on edge because high risk, high reward, man. Like, if the conversation went sour, if I said something that was stupid or something, it would fucking bum me out. But I was addicted to making people laugh and shit. I'm a psycho. Okay, this is out there. I don't need to be
It's
rude.
fun.
Yeah, I just fucking, I'm very honest about my human traits that make me kind of a crazy person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucked up. I just was stoned and I knew I was really good at first impressions and shit. But after the first impression, where you're forced to be in conversation, you know, I don't think that I was that proficient. So what better way to get better at talking to people than to fucking film yourself doing it so that there's documentation of you doing it in front of the entire world,
Right.
and doing it all the time, you
Yeah.
know? And this is just kind of me selfishly trying to get better at talking to people.
I like that though.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're all doing something selfishly.
Yeah, I guess so. I want to, like, right now, taking inventory of this conversation, I just feel like I've been talking for 2 hours.
That's
But I'm supposed to be doing better at listening.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have like little notes and stuff where I'm like, yo, bro, stop touching your face. But it's not that critical. I have a goal and I'm fucking down with the process. I've gotten myself into so many fucking things. Like, there's not a whole lot I haven't done. Or in like everything that, you know, if I go buy a skateboard, I got to skateboard every day for fucking, you know, until I burn myself out. I do it with everything. So because of that, I'm no longer afraid of the process. Like, I'm totally okay with sucking at something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that, you know, that's what's, you know what teaches you that? Like, physical fitness or something. That's a good indicator for anybody who doesn't feel like results maybe exist.
Right.
Go to the gym. You know, the gym is a very fundamental and basic way to see that if you work hard towards something, and it's great because you feel it, you see it, you know, it's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very used to the natural progression of trying to get better at things.
I love that. It's like that 10,000 hours. Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
There's that book. It's called Outliers. And if you spend 10,000 hours, like legit hours of working on something, it usually takes like 10 years. Then you could master that craft. And that's what makes someone an outlier. It's just like that routine, that like repetition of doing it.
Yeah.
The process.
You're almost at 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a master?
No.
Really?
No.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't think you're ever supposed to.
Do you think Leonardo DiCaprio feels like a master?
No. And I think that's what's made him so great, that he just keeps going back for like those high roles, the high risk roles.
Yeah. High risk, high reward, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any actors that are like, you're the shit? Like, you're the number one. Who's that?
I have a lot of them. I respect a lot. I love Nicole Kidman. I know you wouldn't think that, right?
Nicole Kidman.
I know, it's shocking. She
saw in The Others. Have you seen The Others?
No, I haven't seen The Others.
Oh, dog, that's the original Afraid of the Ghost. Turns out we're the ghosts.
Oh.
movie. Oh,
that's-
spoiler alert,
that is-
whatever.
It's okay.
That was like a huge spoiler alert. I'm getting good. This shit is getting canceled for that.
Yeah, no, she has like a vulnerability to her. Like at Big Little Lies, I'm not gonna give anything away, but it's a great show. I think guys would even like it. There's a scene that stuck with me the whole year, and she ended up winning. I don't know if it's the Globes or the Emmys. I can't keep track with all that. She ended up winning an award for, it's a scene, and you're just like, holy shit! What she's doing is really hard as a performer. And she did it like effortlessly, like seamlessly.
Really?
And it stuck with me. I think when things hit you in the heart and you just remember like, oh my God, the way that person made me feel, you know? Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that clip we had watched where you were being romantic with that guy,
Yeah.
is it hard for you to separate yourself? Like, do you have... The answer is no, but do you have... Is there ever a moment where you like are having a hard time separating yourself from like reality?
From reality.
Yeah, like...
I mean, no, because there's always like people around. There's like cameras and...
Is it easy for you to act like you're having a good time right now if you weren't?
No. What do you mean?
Like right now, if you were having not a good time.
A shitty time with you?
Yeah, and you were like, just get through this. I'll be in my car on my way home soon.
No. I mean, no.
Because we all can act on a day-to-day. I can,
Right.
go talk to my mom about something and act like I care about whatever she's talking about.
Yeah. But I'm sure if she would pick up on your vibe that you really didn't want to talk to her.
She would pick on my untrained
She'd be like, Andrew,
accent.
you don't really
She'd be
want to
like,
talk
you
to
need
me.
to hit the couch.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think if I wasn't having a good time, you'd be like sweating, right? You'd know.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to ask you if acting is something that's kind of protruding into your everyday life. Like, because we're not all 100% honest 100% of the time, you know?
Right.
Even with like, I like that shirt, we
Yeah.
all want to be fearlessly honest.
Yeah.
But, it's not laziness, but sometimes it's not worth the effort to be like, yo, man, those pants are kind of weird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel yourself, like, is it easier for you to, I don't know.
To like lie?
I guess so.
No.
I know you're probably not in a lot of positions. I'm just,
No. I think acting is maybe more of an honest person.
Really?
Yeah, and like a better listener and just more in the moment with people.
mm-hmm.
Because no one wants to watch someone who is not being authentic.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
Who is like you.
But are you being authentic when you do a role? Like, is that authenticity? Because that's, in a way, a lie, right?
Right, but you find a way to like bring your. So like, say you were playing. I don't know. You find a way. Like humans could be. We have the capacity to be like anything, right?
Right.
You felt like every emotion, and you felt.
Right.
So you felt happiness, you felt sadness, you felt all that.
Uh-huh.
You've seen behavior, so like a certain way people like do things with their hands or all that.
Right.
So you're able to bring all that into yourself, and then you just like dial it up. So you might. I'm not normally shy, but I might play a character that's shy, but I know what feeling like uncomfortable and shy feels like. So I would just like dial that up.
For sure.
So it's like a universe. Everyone knows what every feeling is.
Yes.
Unless you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So you just find a way to make it authentic to you, and you might use your imagination or use parallels or,
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't think I could ever act. I don't think I ever could. I don't know. I don't have the muscle, and I appreciate what you do because I know it's such hard work. There's kind of a stigma that like everybody wants to be an actress. Or an actor. Like people move all over the country and are like, I'm going to go to Hollywood and be, does that make sense? I feel like I hear that dream chase story a lot. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that there's so many people? Is it just because we live in Hollywood or close to Hollywood, so we see it a lot? Why is there the consistent chase?
Right, of that.
Why is that so popular to move to California and to be an actress?
To be an actress.
Is there a stigma that everybody thinks that they can do it type thing?
I don't know. I don't know if I have the right answer for that.
Yeah.
But my opinion might be, well, because we see it on Instagram now, right? Like influencers or like people having, like people want like 2 million followers, like that type of thing.
Did you hear that Instagram is hiding the fucking likes? We'll talk about that in a second.
Are
dude.
they?
Yeah, we'll talk
Why?
about all the possibilities.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can finish up your thought though before I interrupted.
This could be completely wrong, and like I'd love to hear what they have to say or like you have to say about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It might be like just wanting to be like heard
Thanks, Ego.
and
He's leaving.
seen. Should we toast him again?
Oh, he's leaving. Toast.
See ya. Just looks like we're not. Yeah. I think everyone just wants to be like seen and heard, and that's a way to do it in acting.
Yeah, for sure. Is there a correlation to, and not saying this is you, but is there a correlation to have you met a lot of actors and actresses?
Yeah.
Is there a correlation to people who maybe feel like they didn't have much of a voice growing up?
Yeah.
And this is a chance for them to finally
Express themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
A lot. I think a lot of people
A
think
lot.
actors are extroverted, and there are definitely when someone walks in, you're like, whoa, this guy loves himself, or he's like he just on,
Uh-huh.
But many of the actors I've met are really introverted and
Really?
like homebodies and like quiet,
Yeah.
and I think they like the art because they can express something that they never really could.
Yeah. Is acting not self-obsessed, for
Right.
lack of a better word? Is it what's the word I'm looking for? Do you have to, is there a certain degree of being into yourself to be an actor, or is it kind of is there like different degrees in the field?
Right.
Because I always thought like, not you, because I don't get that from you. I get more of like an artistic, like you really do love the craft, but
Right.
that I could see how the acting industry can be meddled in with people who can't wait to see themselves on a big screen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Want to do the red carpet thing,
Yeah.
the entourage vibe. Is that what
Right.
you want?
No.
I kind of get that vibe that you don't. What do you want out of acting?
Oh.
Like, when have you made it?
I don't know if you ever feel that though.
See,
I would like
that's
to.
different though, right?
Yeah, I would like to be able to not worry. Like, I mean, I do have like huge, like goals, but I would like to not have to worry sometimes about like, oh, how am I gonna pay this next bill?
Right.
Because there are dry spells, like you don't get paid. You're constantly finding your next gig.
For sure.
So I feel like when I am making enough to not worry so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the red carpet. You've known me for. I don't like the attention, like to dress up or like. I'd rather just sit and like observe the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most actors don't like to see themselves on camera.
Really?
Yeah, like I heard Johnny Depp I heard he can't stand it to the point where when something's premiering, he'll like fly as far away as he can to
the other side of the world.
the other side of the world because
Really?
he doesn't want to see himself on screen.
And he's just in love with the craft.
I think so. I mean, you could tell. Like, look at how many characters and
He's good, right?
So good.
He's
yeah.
really, really good, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't think. Well, I think that I think it's a short-lived career if you're one of the folks who are chasing the red carpet limo
Yeah.
rides. I think there's not enough passion in it because acting is hard.
Yeah.
And that shit doesn't happen right away.
No. You just sounded like Joe Rogan. You're
Really?
doing good, yeah. Your style is. It's great.
I don't know. I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's my job here to promote the fuck out of you because I really am that proud of you, and
Thank you.
I love my friends that much that this whole thing, my face isn't even facing the fucking camera. And I don't even think people know what
you
my
look like.
actual
They
face
only know your
looks like.
ear.
They only know my ear and my fucking glasses that are thick. They like binoculars.
Right.
Night vision. Dude, Instagram is thinking about hiding the likes
So I have not heard this.
Oh man.
What's
So we'll see. I think they're doing like social testing, but they they're gonna hide the likes. They're, to my understanding, and I'm not the most well read, what I do know is that they are performing tests to hide the likes. Why I would imagine they are hiding the likes is because this is a response to trying to put Pandora back in the box.
Right.
Because the trajectory of what's going on with social media right now is no bueno.
no.
There's statistics. I forgot who was on the Rogan podcast. There's a statistic where dude, the self-harm in children like 11 years old since 2006, which is pretty much like the birth of the iPhone, I think it is, has gone up like 200%. Or something. Non-fatal self-harm inflictions in ages like 10 to 13 or something like that. Like, we just made it out. I remember sitting in the drive-thru of Burgers, etc., with Angel and him pulling up fucking Facebook on his first iPhone. And I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. But we bailed out. We were old enough to kind of, and I still feel it.
Yeah.
I still feel anchored to it sometimes, you know? I feel that traction beam. But could you imagine being like 6 growing up with that?
No.
Oh my God. Can we even blame these fucking kids?
No.
I mean, chaos. It's chaos for us, and we're almost 30. I mean, I know people our age where I'm like, dude, what are you doing on social media? Like, take it easy.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Like, there's all these new, there's all this new terminology that's, disorders for people who are obsessed with taking photos of themselves. There's a disorder where it's you're addicted to the dopamine that you see when you see it's like a little morphine drip.
Right. I remember hearing that on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Fuck. Stresses me out thinking about it.
Didn't he say that they knew that? Like, they knew what they were creating?
The Facebook creator came out publicly and was like, something along the lines of like, I may have destroyed something. Like, I think he said mankind. I don't know. Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah, because it's similar to like that feeling when you're in a casino. And I heard that they brought in engineers that work at casinos to make people addicted to spending their money.
I fucking believe that.
And they had them help out with engineering the app.
Dude, the same.
That's what I heard. No idea if it's true.
Look, I'm going to put it this way. The same way you do what you got to do to be the best actress you can be.
Yeah.
The people at fucking Juul Cigarette Company, fake cigarette, are doing everything they can to get people to keep buying their fucking Juul. That's their job. People are doing what they got to do to be the best at their job. So it does not fucking surprise me that, and this is, I'm so sorry, everybody. This is why I stopped eating meat, man. It's because like I'm taking a step back because I don't know who's saying like, yo, you need to fucking eat this much protein a day. It's like, fuck, dude, what if the meat people are saying that? What if the people who own the meat farms are paying fucking people to say, yeah, this is we did a study and you need to be eating this much meat a day. And it's like that study was funded by the same people who own the fucking farms. I know. The casino thing on like, what if everybody's got scientists that from the casino that come in to make sure that it's the most addictive thing in the world. It's 2019. People aren't fucking around anymore, and people are fucking smart.
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
But like, how freeing, isn't it kind of freeing when you realize like, oh fuck, this is not all real. Like, people are trying to make us feel like we're not enough. People are trying to make us feel like we have to buy something to like, be better. Right. And then you realize like, oh, we don't need any of that.
Yeah, for sure.
And this
you're
is
talking
just
to the
like,
vegetarian who rides his bike to work, son.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck, this is a capitalist society.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're just being like bombarded, and then it's freeing to be like, oh fuck, I don't have to listen to all that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you get to fucking, you get to turn it off, but I'm still guilty. How much wasted time I've spent. I've been with Kenzie for years now. How much time I've spent on my phone instead of hanging with her.
Time with her, calling a friend. Hey man, how was your day today? Right. Just being a friend, And you, the weirdest thing ever, and everybody's guilty of it, ending up in somebody else's rabbit hole where you're like looking at somebody from fucking middle schools, like you're engaged to this person. What? You moved to Kentucky? What? You work here? What? And you're just like, and it's been like a 20-minute, and before you know it, you're overwhelmed. Dude, me and Rojas had this conversation about, did you ever smoke cigarettes?
No.
Good for you.
Thanks.
So if you smoke too many cigarettes, one of these feelings is like overly anxious. You feel it's closer resembles toxicity. It feels toxic, but you feel really anxious. Maybe too much coffee. It's like being over caffeinated. It's like you just kind of like you're going to sit still because you know, but like inside your body, it feels like your blood's rushing fast.
Yeah.
There's this feeling, and maybe you feel it too. And it sounds like maybe not, because you kind of have yourself dialed in. But when I spend too much time on social media, I have a feeling that resembles that same over-caffeinated phenomenon. And me and Ryan were exploring why we think that is. And I think that something that is notable, if not, you know, the reason, I think something that to remark is that at the end of the day, we have new toys. We've been given new technology, but we're still fucking animals. Yeah. And who we are won't change. We are tribalistic fucking hairless apes who, you know, have instincts of community, who ancestors, we used to go get our own food. And what I think is happening with this unhappiness is I think that our social reach right now, our ability to go see what somebody's doing in fucking France in the matter of minutes, is unnatural to our instinctive ability to only be able to reach as close as our community. And it's unnatural for us. I think we have community overload. Right. And I think that's what's causing this, I don't know, it seems like a global sweep of kind of negativity right now.
Like just a little depression and anxiety?
Well, depression, people have never felt lonelier, you know, and I don't blame them. Like, kids in school right now, I mean, when we were in school, if you were lonely, it was like you were only lonely from fucking 8 to 3. You know, now it's like that your high school status goes home with you now.
Oh, can you know what I'm saying? No,
you know what
that's awful.
And it's you could go home and hang out with friends and feel like you're number one again. You know, like Stranger Things. It's like when those kids were out of school hanging out together, they were the fucking elite again. They were on their bikes, they were doing things together. It was their world again. Now it's you take that shame and you take that loneliness home with you, you know, and you're addicted to taking out your phone and flipping up, and you know, you're constantly seeing the people who aren't as lonely as you getting more and more that morphine drip, getting more morphine than you. You know? Yeah. And it's like you're malnourished socially.
The thing is, like, I love how you just said that community's like far out, you know, like too far. But the mind-blowing thing is it even a real community? It's not even real.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion, community. You know, and like everyone's only putting their best stuff up on Instagram. Right. And there's all these like filters now to where like women can put on makeup or like shape their bodies.
That's craziness.
And so it's not even real. So we're feeling like less than when we're looking at people's pages. Right. And it's not even, most of it's not even authentic. Like it's not.
It's not real. It's an illusion. And the saddest part about this entire thing is it's something that we all feel inclined. So, and this might be another instinctual thing. Instinctually, for whatever reason, and I like to think about why everything is happening the way it is. Why is it that we don't, and when I say we, I mean the general populace of human beings, why we can't register as this is, it's a fucking app. Fuck these people. Right. You know, we don't have, you know, like it's our instinctual need for a community that no longer really exists anymore mixed with our instinct of competition,
Yeah.
you know, and social hierarchy, it's not a good mix, you know, and
No.
people feel fucking lonely. But really, what it's supposed to be is you and your five,
Right.
whoever your five is, you know, and that's the way we have been since we were animals. You know what I'm saying? We'd cook together, we'd feed each other, we'd protect each other,
Yeah.
and that was it. Now we have this for the first time in our lives, by the way, this happened 2006. We're seeing it. Which is so crazy. And we were old enough to like see it as adults.
Right.
You know, we were like the first people to be like, what the fuck are you guys doing on the
Yeah.
cell phones?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It says every generation's kind of said that, but this is different though, right?
I think it might be a little more toxic, right? Like
It's way more toxic.
Maybe, yeah. Like, here's the thing. I think maybe the TV and like the radio might have been bad of just like commercial,
Yeah.
right? And selling. But then I think social media has added a whole nother psychological mind fuck of like me, validate me, like, am I good enough?
Right.
Look at me.
Yeah.
So I think it's I think our generation has a whole nother layer of like something we have to defend ourselves against.
No, for sure. I
Yeah.
think what we have to do is I think that we have to recognize what's going on right now. We have to take a look at the numbers, and the problem is the only way this is going to stop is you know, this is going to have to be regarded by parents and stuff as a serious fucking issue, you know. And there's
Right.
my fucking niece and Amy, if you're watching this, I don't know why she does, but my niece, and I think nieces, oldest one being 9 years old or something, have cell phones. She can hit me up right now, Uncle
What?
Drew, and misspell words and shit, and send
No.
me emojis, and it's fucking weird, man. And
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, it's just,
Here's a question.
what's up?
Is the younger generation, like your niece, my niece, nephew, are they going to dislike us because we've documented their entire lives without their permission? Do you know what I mean? Like, because that information's out there. You know, it's like on
Right.
a hard drive somewhere. It's floating around the ethers.
Right.
And it wasn't like we're just posting. I'm guilty of it. I'm like, oh my God, you're so cute right now. You know,
Oh, like your stories, everything
your
that
stories, like anything you've ever posted, it's all out there of them. And it was like, it's not like they consented to any of that.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
that's weird to think about.
Like, I feel like there's a Black Mirror episode in that.
Yeah, there's a Black Mirror episode in that. And because it's on Facebook or Instagram, I think Instagram or Facebook owns those photos.
See, that's weird.
So it's almost like a corporation now owns a memory
A
of
memory
yours,
Of yours.
which is no longer your memory.
No. Or like, think about the stupid shit we do and have done as like teenagers or like middle schoolers, right? We've said things that now we'd look back and be like, I can't believe that wasn't me. I didn't mean to say that in a disrespectful way.
Yes.
But if that's captured on a video or like a photo, that's forever. And people would think
Right.
like that's you. And you're like, no, that was just me being 13.
Right. I think that what is going to happen, well, I think that would be problematic if people never died. But I think what will happen, thankfully for them, is their generation will rise with their generation. And it will be their generation giving them jobs,
Right.
you know, or our generation giving them jobs, whatever it may be. And, you know, would my grandpa understand my fucking niece saying some little baby shit, you know, whatever, Catch Me Outside, how about that?
Yeah.
Shit, fuck no, he wouldn't. But there's an actual distance in time that is going to happen. So I think that the world will get collectively weird as it gets weird, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Okay, so there
And there'll be like an understanding.
empathy about it.
But what's crazy to think about is that these corporations do own a memory of yours, which
Yeah.
is super strange. You know that, and you know what's so strange is how much we don't care. Like, remember when Snapchat came out, there was the claim that like, yo man, don't use that. They're taking images of your face, and like they own a thing of your face now. And it's like what? Fuck that. I'm deleting the app. Dude,
Yeah.
2 weeks later, everybody's doing it. Now everybody has done a filtered face at some point in their life.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man. So there is and imagine this,
Yeah.
Minority Report, Tom Cruise. Let's say, and it wasn't you, let's just say for the sake for the sake of dramatics, you're in the Netherlands. You know, you're meet some guy, you're driving, blah, blah, shit goes south, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, you look on the TV and boom, Snapchat, they have put your fucking face using the Snapchat filters. They have every fucking angle of your face. I mean, this shit exists, man. And and one of the coolest fucking episodes of South Park is when Kyle, the group of men from Apple or whatever, come and like grab Kyle and they're like, come on. And they're like, what do you mean? They're like, you signed the agreement. It's like, what do you mean? I didn't sign the agreement. Everybody signs the agreement. And all of his friends like, oh, I didn't sign the agreement, man. It says that you have to be a part of the human centipede or something. He was like, dude, I thought everybody just signs the agreement. He's like, dude, you don't read the agreement? Who the fuck signs something they don't read? Yeah. And the truth is we all have fucking pushed I agree on everything. On everything.
Because the font's like super tiny, like
it's deceptive.
The point where you would need like a magnifier, like a telescope to read the font.
It's deceptive.
And then you scroll and it's so long, and then you get to the bottom and you're just like, okay, agree.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not deceptive, but what I am saying is that a lot of us agreed for whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But like, okay, so we can think about it, and it's like, okay, but what could they do outside of that scenario I gave you? So fucking what? I mean, they got your face. I mean, what are they going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? What's scary is like, what's scary to think about is like, and this is me being a weirdo. It's like, what if they like put actors out of business because they already have all of your, they could build you
right
on the computer. You know what I'm saying? What if they can like, I don't know.
I've thought about that, but I think at the end of the day, we still want to see humans. Like we still want to go see live music.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
We still want to like hear that like gritty like.
Yeah.
And I think we still want to see real humans on screen.
We want to hide likes on Instagram. We're going back the other way.
Yeah. So
we're making a fucking U-turn.
Right.
Which is great.
It is.
Now, what's crazy to think about is, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does it mean that they're hiding likes? To me, one thing that speaks to me is I'm really hoping people will stop chasing this. I think I can. Is that my phone? No, that's your phone. I have to check my phone. Oh, here it is. I can tell you how much time I spent on my phone today.
Oh, yeah.
I have a counter.
I love that.
Look at this. Look at this shit.
And like
1 hour and 56 minutes on my phone.
Right.
Then that's like of me being on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
It's crazy.
But I don't do it to try to get likes, but
it's mindless. Like sometimes you come home and you just want to gel.
Why?
I don't know.
Why though?
I don't know.
That should be something else. Like it
should be.
Like the fact that me and you just rationally, like, dude, sometimes you just want to get home and look into other people's shit.
Yeah,
like
right.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I mean, they really have it fucking down, man.
They do.
They have it down. And I think something to note here is that when we do this, we are kind of given this artificial sense of catching up with the social world. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lazy... It's like I feel like your brain artificially recognizes it as, it's like, okay, I know what that person's doing. I know what that person's doing. I know what that person's doing. But it's hollow.
It's so hollow.
Right?
Yeah.
It's hollow because it's not like I just saw, my buddy Kevin and saw him walking into a store and be like, Kevin's buying a BB gun today. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're left out of so many details that your body... It's a hollow memory to you, It's like a scenario that, I don't know. It's like it's almost up to your imagination, It's like
fill it all in.
To fill it all in, to fill in that hole of whatever they're doing,
That could be scary though.
Yeah, that is scary.
Because you could just project and fill in all this shit that's really off.
Dude, you just have to make sure that 1:1 ratio square
Yeah.
is looking fucking awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
And outside of that square, it could be trash on the floor. It
Yeah.
could be a fucking crying kid. It could
Right.
be a lot of negativity and hate. It could be
Mhm.
whatever. And it's weird. I'm not going to say any names, but there's somebody in my family who takes a lot of photos of themselves, and it's hard for me just thinking about things way more than I should, not to naturally want to be like, I just want to let you know that almost like you're loved, and you don't need to do this, like, because there's a reason. I see through it now, there's definitely something psychologically going on with people who feel the need to present themselves to the world. What I take from it is that they're not finding enough
Right.
immediate love from their community that they would be getting, from their friend that they wake up next to, and they're like, hey man, let's go hunting today.
Yeah.
Hey, good job with this today.
Yeah.
Like, they're not getting that which we were instinctively brought up to have.
Right.
It's not there anymore, and we try to fill that hole with pictures of us and shit, and it's more important now than ever that we recognize that,
Yeah.
and find communities, whether it's acting groups, whether it's biking people, because the human psyche is in fucking danger right now.
It's, yeah. Well, okay. So you watch the Joe Rogan podcast and all that. He talks a lot about, like, you mentioned DMT.
Yeah.
And a lot of people believe that would bring us back to a sense of connection to each other, a sense of connection to the earth.
Have you ever done hallucinogens?
No.
Done acid a couple times.
Have you?
Yeah.
How's that?
It did it. It did it.
You
It
did it.
like, I was at the high school actually, and I was laying on my back underneath the stars,
Uh-huh.
and it flipped me up like this, like gravity shifted to
Right.
my back. Well, it was more my so I was like this, but it made me believe that I was like this and gravity was pushing my back against the ground. It altered my shit.
That's interesting, though.
And displayed the stars and gave me the show, and was just, this being inside of me was just said, look at how small you are, man. And look at how beautiful everything is. So just be that. Just be small. Just be small in this big fucking thing. And it was kind of like, I think it was that more spoke on, now I have a problem where I want to be a little bigger than that,
Right.
But I think that maybe that experience speaks on, like chasing
Right.
and stuff, maybe if people have been like, fuck, I got 52 followers, but those are my fucking 52 followers, like just
Yeah.
little tweaks and attitude like that, I got 2 likes. I fucking love those 2 people.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, guys. Fuck yeah. It's what's happening is we have this issue of lack,
Right.
we all feel like we're lacking.
Yeah. It's like that. You've heard that saying, like, you either come from a place of fear or you come from a place of love.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
But I like it.
Yeah. So you either are coming from love and you feel fulfilled and you feel like you can connect with everyone and you don't think people are out to get you. There's no jealousy. You're just coming from that heart space, or you're coming from fear, which is so easy because society's just like, you're not enough. There's not enough. Like, and I think that maybe it's ingrained in us as just being animals of like needing food and just like needing, like feeling that there isn't enough.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's what that is.
Yes. Well, to speak on that, like, I hopped out of that race, and I'm sorry all my examples relate back to me, but this is something that I've taken notice of and have done little things. First of all, the first time I had an Apple computer in college, an Apple laptop, and it fucking pretty much the battery died, and I took it to Apple, and they were pretty much like, oh yeah, no problem. That's going to be a new computer. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's the battery. You said it's just a battery. Yeah, sir, but we got to do the battery. The batteries are new. When did the new batteries come out? Just a couple months ago. Fuck, that's unlucky. I just missed it. Yeah, we come out with a new fucking computer every year, though. So, and I'm like, oh, I see what's going on here.
Right.
So I bailed out and I built a computer. That was my first step in this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I switched off Apple and got an Android.
Do
Because
you
I'm
like
not
it?
running this fucking race,
know,
man. It
and
doesn't matter how I feel about it.
Every 2 years, though, that iPhone that I haven't made the conscious decision to change it. Every 2 years, it starts glitching, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
They throttle it.
Yeah, I'm like, I see what they're doing here.
Yes, and that's.
I don't change it.
But it's because of that systematically. You
Yeah.
feel like, fuck. Well, how am I gonna afford the new iPhone? I need more money. I need to watch fucking. Well, fuck. What can I do? And everybody starts looking for the easy way out. Well, maybe I can be an influencer. You know. Fuck, dude, can I take a picture with your dog? Like, and it's just, and then you start, and then there's the influx of like,
Right.
just kind of the things that don't matter, you know, and then just systematically you just, you know, and nobody's to blame here because we're just trying to fucking survive, you know, and it's easy to feel like without the new iPhone or new whatever it is that you're not going to survive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me and you come from a generation where we had MapQuest and we were literally in the car with a piece of fucking paper.
Yeah.
God forbid missing your exit.
I know.
Because what the fuck?
Because that's gonna add another 10 minutes to your route.
Yeah, and but even if you fucking know where you are now, you know, it was a one and done thing. It was like Armageddon where they had the one shot and they're gonna fucking shoot the missile right there. And if it's not like if you miss the fucking Azuzu exit, good luck. You know, good luck.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, and it was always okay. And, you know, it's crazy how we forgot that. You know, I forgot that. I'm afraid to go, but like I go big bike rides now and like I'm afraid to go out without my phone. You know, what if something happens?
I know.
You know,
What if you miss something?
Yeah, what if not miss something, but it's more like, what if I need to contact somebody? It's like, dude, everybody's got a fucking phone. And who's ever been on a bike ride? You know, what's the percentage of bike riders that are like, fuck, man, I got attacked by a bear or something. Wish I had a phone right now. It's like that shit doesn't happen. It's
attacked by a bear.
We just have to rewire our shit, man.
Yeah.
We're all fucked up, and it's just been a progressive entanglement. It's kind of just like, you know, just like a dreadlock now, you know. It's like when you make dreadlocks, the first step is just kind of fucking your hair up, and then the next day it's fucking that fucked up hair up, and now it's a fat fucking dreadlock. And in order to fucking get this shit undone is we need to start combing it out from the bottom a little bit. You know, let's hide the likes. You know, maybe understand like, oh shit, like maybe start, you know, listening to, I'm not a big influencer person just because I don't know how healthy that shit is. And like, I think that I do follow some influencers that, you know, positive. I fuck with positivity heavy, but you know, we just need to start coming from the bottom, whatever that means, you know, like get people to, it seems like a lot of people are getting fed up though. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, I think people are getting exhausted. I've always wanted to meet an influencer who could just be really like who's at the tail end of it, right? And who's like really exhausted.
The bottom of the dreadlock?
Yeah. And I really want to ask them like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, how are you doing? Because it has to be so exhausting with like constantly being inundated with things to sell to people and like constantly keeping up, and the post has to be perfect. Like, that has to be exhausting.
Well, I'm not so sure that being an influencer isn't going to be an influencer, because if your likes are taken away and my likes are taken away and I get 3 likes a picture and you get 2 million, guess what? Now we're fucking human beings again. In the same fucking playing field. And I love that.
I do too.
That's inspiring. That's inspiring for people who aren't fucking, you know, who don't get the internet love. That's inspiring. This gives a whole body of people a chance to, you know, feel like they're going to be something again. And the people who maybe wrongfully are something for all the wrong reasons. You know, there's a lot of negative, ignorant people who are just kind of internet famous. This also dilutes a lot of that. And I hope that at the end of this.
But I always wonder, like, what is it in humanity that we have to think that there has to be a hierarchical thing. Because I know, like, we are animal and it's in the animal kingdom.
Right.
But, like, now we have empathy and we have an intellectual aspect that animals don't have. Are we going to outgrow this hierarchy thing? The social hierarchy, like, just power. Like, what is it in humans that... Like, have we realized that it might be more detrimental to the human race?
To have a hierarchy in society?
Yeah, in society. Like, who... Okay, so at the end of the day, I mean, I want to stay out of the... Because I do think politics do have a responsibility. Politicians have a responsibility. But at the end of the day, like, social hierarchy.
Okay.
At the end of the day, like, who fucking... Like, you go home and you take a shit, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, you go home and you have to sleep too.
Yeah.
Well...
But what happens in those 12 hours, you know? Like, what if you want to... You know, we're both equals.
Yeah.
But if you want to sit at home all fucking day and I'm out there working my ass off,
Yeah.
you know, now I'm making more money than you and that's going to bring me more opportunities than you. So I think hierarchy is just kind of this natural phenomenon that happens, because no matter how much we want to be equals, until we are, I feel like we would all have to be brought up the exact equally, you know. It would have, in order to achieve an egalitarian society, I think that everybody should have the same, you know, same rights,
Right.
and same opportunities. But listen, I mean, it's a systematic process. You sit on the couch all day, I go and work all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean that, because I agree with you there.
But then we have kids.
We have kids.
And now I can do something more for my kid
Right.
that you can't. And now it's, do you see, just naturally through, and now maybe you don't have the same opportunities that I do.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of the product of the systematic thing that's happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe I worded that wrong, because I don't mean it in a surface way or physical way. Because I agree with you. Like, if I'm going to go out and work really hard, and someone else is going to be sitting at home.
Yeah, you don't want to
like
do communist shit, because
so,
that's kind of weird.
So no, not communist. I mean like on a spiritual level, like in a heart, like, so instead of comparing ourselves to someone who has like a Ferrari and has like a giant mansion, like at the end of the day, like, what does that mean?
Oh, it's nothing.
Right. So that's what I mean.
Okay.
Not in like
Yeah.
hard-earned money, or like I mean like in our spirit.
I think that's ideal. And I think that it takes conversations like this, but some people are just, they don't get it. You know, I mean, like, there are really, you can go down the rabbit hole. I mean, go read some of the comments on some of these influencers things. It's like illegible, like just the English, and you click on the thing and what's important to some people out there. You know, people aren't having these conversations enough. And what needs to happen is, I'm hoping that through Instagram hiding these likes, this starts conversations. That's more than, man, fuck that shit, man. What about all my likes? I hope it, you know, people are like, why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of information. There's a lot of evidence showing that we're just so far off track, but it's hard to convince anybody of that, because I mean, that dopamine is real.
It's so real.
I'll be on my phone tonight. Like, I'll be on it tonight, and I have apps that lock me out, but it doesn't, I turn them off all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know.
The morphine drip, dude.
I know.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm thinking that ideally we get to a situation where we're all the same person, but, you know, people are going to have to be doing some exploration. I don't know, until it's taught, you know. I think that right now we have a responsibility. The parents have a responsibility right now to raise a generation. The people who are 18 right now with the cell phone are going to be 18 with a fucking cell phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever think about like what's going to happen when we run out of content? You know, like what?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
does that feel? Do you feel that right now with Instagram when you're scrolling?
there's nothing
like,
new.
and there's nothing new. And you're like, I've seen this person post this selfie or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or joke.
Right.
At least 50 times.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like cotton candy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, do you feel that yet?
I feel it, but you know what? There's something to be said about people with the talent who use their Instagram for talent. You know, like I
Right.
just saw some fucking on Snowboarder Mag's Instagram. I saw some dude. It was the most. Here, I could pull it up right here. Actually, check this shit out. Look at this. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. What? Oh, this is it. Look at, you can't fake this shit.
Whoa.
Is that fucking serious? Look at, he floats for a second.
Man.
It's like skydiving.
Yeah,
You know?
my knees just buckled.
Yeah, I think that there's like people with a natural talent, but I'm hoping that that's great because I'm thinking that people are like, hey man, like I want to be a snowboarder. You know, kids can be. What we got to dilute though is the people who are big for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, fame is cool. We need fame because we need people to look up to. We need heroes.
Right.
You know, but a lot of these quote unquote heroes, I don't know.
Like, how'd they get, like, what?
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
For all the wrong reasons. Everybody's just chasing ass pictures and fucking, which aren't even like real.
Yeah.
Which are Photoshop pictures. I'm a graphic designer. I could fucking take a picture of me and I could make myself look like a voluptuous biatch by tomorrow.
Please do.
That's not a joke. That's my new profile picture. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it's so gloom or doom and gloom. I think that we all just, you know.
I think there's a shift going on though.
Yeah, there's a shift going on, and I think that what's important right now is that we have, you know, there is justice in the world. Like people like Joe Rogan and a lot of these really wise, smart people are still being looked up to.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, if you want to clean up your town, man, you just got to clean up your street first. You know, it's
Right.
just you just make sure if everybody just made sure that their community was in check, you know, and everybody's community would be in check and systematically get it all figured out.
Right. Have you noticed a difference with riding a bike and like your mental health?
Yeah, I
Isn't
love
that
riding
crazy?
a bike. It's the most fun thing that I've done in so long. I ride my bike by myself. I started running by myself too. I do a lot of shit by myself right now, and but that's cool though. You know, I made an agreement to stay out of the bars. I was doing a little bit of blow for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was making unhealthy choices, and yeah, I just, you know, I wanted that change for myself though. So you do a lot of, I mean, there's moments where you're confused, you know, because it's easy to just fuck it. I'm gonna have some beer and sit around, you know. When you don't have that, you're forced to figure out pragmatic ways to deal with your shit.
Right, or like, what do you do with your time? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And it can't be on it because I'm very aware of that toxicity I feel. And some people, you know what, like me and you though, we feel, you know. So maybe to everybody's like, what the fuck? Why do you guys have such a problem with your phone? You know what I'm saying? Put it away.
Right.
I just am, and I should have made that clear a long time ago. I can only speak for myself, and I'm very susceptible to feel a certain way when I'm spending way too much time on my phone.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I get down in the dumps even if I'm just sitting still. Like I do better when I have a routine or like I have to keep myself moving.
I'm all about a routine.
You know?
Yeah.
It saved me. Like having that
I
thing.
got a fucking whiteboard, yo.
I love it.
Yeah.
And a cork board. They can't see it. It's
a combo.
multifunctioning.
It's a combo. Everybody that comes in here gets to fucking see it though.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, you gotta do something for yourself, you know. You gotta take care of yourself, you know. You gotta go back to it's funny, man. Like what I've noticed is all those old school things that successful people do, you know. Listen to a book read 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Go running, you know. Go all that shit. You know, what people need doesn't change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes all the easiest answers are, you know, like ride your bike to work, go running, read a little bit every day,
Yeah.
you know, have a routine,
Right.
you know, make your bed, whatever it is. It's, you know, that shit never went away.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
So as the technology comes out and it seems like the world is getting crazier by the minute, is what we need as humans just remains the same.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll always be that way. Maybe in 1,000,000 years from now or 1,000 years from now, we'll have the VR, we'll have the virtual reality, we'll have everything. But you know what? People are still going to need to go fucking jogging, and people are still going to need a routine, and people are, because that shit won't change.
No. Or like still be connected to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine. Okay, imagine we colonize Mars. This is just fantasy talk.
Okay.
Here, hypothetical speaking.
Okay.
Imagine being a human and watching the sunrise and set, and it's not Earth. Like, what would that do to your psychology of, or like, that's not even your son. Like, in our DNA, we have
Right.
all the memories and like every code from all of our ancestors.
For sure.
So it would be like an innate thing to want to see trees and want to see water and all that.
Yes.
Imagine being on fucking Mars and like that is not your like how long would that take to adapt?
Long.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, I think that it would take you would have to be born there.
I think so.
It would have to be all you know.
Yeah.
Or you would have to be so obsessed with the idea that you went to Mars. Like Elon fucking Musk, I think he'd go to Mars. Like, I think he's been to Mars and
You think
back.
he has?
I think he gets his mail there. Seriously, he would be fucking into it.
Yeah.
But you know what's something to bring up is like, you're always going to want to see trees. You're always going to. Have you done VR before?
I've done a little bit. Not like the video games though.
Okay, it's not there yet. But I got a fucking video game, and we don't have to do it today. I got a video. It's not even set up. I got a video game that you'll be like, there's the trees,
Whoa.
there's the water, and I'm in a fucking living room. And if I fucking sat there with a car, air freshener in front of you, pine mist or whatever, you'd be like, I'm in the forest.
Wow.
Yeah, which is scary.
So scary.
But human beings are stupid human beings, and as VR has come out, the only people are using them is like for a little bit of video games, and a bunch of lonely people are using it for porn. That's it. They thought it was going to be like the new. Have you seen Ready Player One?
No.
Oh, bitch,
I know,
watch it.
I know.
It's so good.
I know.
It's so great. But they thought the VR was going to take over, but it just turns out that it's just a bunch of people, lonely dudes watching porn, and a couple of people playing video games with it. And yeah, I think that. Do you think it's possible that we've reached capacity? I don't know how much more we're going to need. Because, like, you know, I don't know what else. I mean, what else could you need? I have a car. Like, okay, what about jetpacks, bro? It's like, bro, I ride a bike to work.
Yeah.
That's fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Wireless, you know, like a chip in my, like, small earphones so I can listen to music, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know,
else?
what do you need, right? Like, what's the future? Flying cars where we all have a jet where we can all get to.
I have a friend, and he says it. He's serious when he says it, but he also says it in this like wise, like jokingly voice. So I was like, "What do you need right now?" And then you stop and think for me, like, in this moment, what do you really need?
I like that.
And then you're like,
I don't fuck with this fool.
yeah. And then you're like, oh, actually, you guys would get along really great. I should introduce you guys.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
What does he do?
He does gardening, landscape, architecture.
Tell him to come on the fucking stream and we'll hang out. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna get another mic set up and we can
okay.
all have a hangout.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's so fun.
But yeah, he's big
Oh
about
shit,
that.
Desolate Slayer. Fun fact: you have to Terra from Mars to look almost identical to Earth for us to live there. They say 90% of the internet is used for porn. Hi, by the way, Desolate Slayer. What up? This is one of my. Well, he's a fucking cult member. He's one of my buddies from Las Vegas.
Sweet.
That I had met through here. He's actually a fan of my friend who's a musician, and he was like, "Hey, check out my buddy's stream," and he has been here since.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, sorry. So You were telling, what do you need right now?
Yeah, like what do you need right now? And then he does it's kind of funny and cheesy because it's been said a million fucking times to us. Like everything you need is inside.
Yeah.
And it is cheesy.
You mean inside of us?
Yeah, but like everything we have is really there. And we don't need anything else.
You don't need anything. What we need is like, I mean, the whatever hierarchy of needs, you know?
Yeah.
Like food, shelter,
Water.
love. Dude, what's craziest to me is that study, a Harvard study of happiness, it was like 60 years long. And at the end of the day, like nobody, like what was important, like was that everybody, they did a study on happiness. And after like a 60-year-long study, I wish I had more numbers. It sounds like I'm making this shit up. But
No, this is sounding familiar.
at the end of it, nobody said they wanted money.
Ooh.
They all like wanted respect, community, and love. That was what everybody wanted after 60 years.
Yeah.
Money's the great facilitator, you know, it gets shit done.
Yeah.
But I have no money. I love my life, you know, and I have made the adjustments I need to make sure that my life, you know, I think people need to. I've been doing a lot of like soul exploring though to figure out it does take some time to figure out like, yo man, you don't need this, you don't need that. Switching off the computers, you know, LG, or I have an LG phone instead of an Apple. You know, my car's been parked outside since fucking forever.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really trippy. I don't know if we'll ever get it figured out, you know, because problems will arise. There'll always be problems, but I'm hoping everybody is kind of on this spiritual shift.
Yeah. But as crazy as life is, like humans are also so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know, like we're definitely fucked up and we have that in us, but also like what we're full, like the potential and just like humans are pretty mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like
we're
that
fucking
guy fucking floating in the goddamn air. You know, and he's
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's probably like eating more snow and shit than actually floating.
Well, you didn't see all the times he fucked this up. That's what we need to understand is we need to like, you know, in a culture right now where everything is so, it's all about accessibility.
Yeah.
It's like people need to fucking take a second with things, you know, with everything, with the picture of the influencer sitting at the pool. Okay, who took this picture? Why do you think they're there? Is that their place? You know, what happened in the rest of their day?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like once you think about these things and I don't know, put like a little bit of like a realistic approach to these things, it makes a much more, you know, how you said everybody goes home and takes a shit. Like they took a shit in that day somehow, you know, it's not fucking white tigers and fucking, you know, infinity pools every day. Somebody had to take that picture. I don't know. Everybody's just somebody. It's a trip.
It is.
It's a fucking trip, man.
Yeah.
Dude, Kaylin, I think we've done fucking, what is that? 2 hours and fucking almost 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
It's a trip, huh?
It is. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that you watched Joe Rogan. I love talking about that shit.
Yeah.
Have you done the float lab yet?
No.
I want to go float.
Really? Why don't you?
I'm going to.
Yeah, you fucking should.
Yeah.
Every time I've dismounted off of these talks, I've always been like, check out their, you know, Instagram, but that's your personal Instagram. So
yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah, what do we do here?
We could just say like,
go check out.
Thanks for fucking watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Good luck out there with life.
With the scary ass world that we struck into your hearts.
There's hope out there.
There's definitely fucking hope out there. Everybody go fucking, you know, lean on your basic instincts.
Yeah.
You know, be cool to your fucking 4 friends that you have. Be relentlessly cool to them. Do something nice for somebody every day. Pay shit forward. Exercise. Eat fucking dope. Take an extra second to think about whatever is going on, man. I love that. You know, life is meant to be you know, at a certain pace, and for some reason it's the social norm to be way quicker than our natural pace right now. So
Yeah.
make sure that you take time to slow down in your everyday life.
See, I like that sign off.
You like that?
That's better than go check out my Instagram.
Well, you can go check out your Instagram too.
No.
CaitlinZambito.com. She's got a reel up there. She's super proud about it. And I don't know. Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Because
I
before you
am.
were a little...
No, I just don't like seeing my
I
shit.
think it's
But yeah, I'm
amazing.
proud.
I have a fucking friend and she's a fucking actress and she rips. Go check out her shit. And is there anything? Oh, Jackson Hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
that should be out in like a year and a half. A year. Yeah, they're in
Oh,
post.
damn.
They're in post.
Oh, they're in post.
Yeah, movies take a while.
Jesus.
I know.
Well, fuck, man. Then that's it. Do you have anything coming out?
Auditioning.
For what?
Just a couple.
Oh, you're
sets.
just auditioning.
Yeah.
All right, well, you have to come back and tell us about it.
I will.
Okay, thank you so much. Should we
Sounds
do one
good.
more cheers before
Let's
we get the
do
fuck
one
up
more
out of here?
fucking cheers.
On which screen,
Let's
though?
just make our arms. They don't know what's. Let's leave a mystery so they don't know what's
Okay.
happening.
you
Yeah,
go.
that was unique.
There you go.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thanks, Andrew.